Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gotham Knights. Let's get straight into this. Let's waste no time. So, according to this, it does seem that, we are going to be dealing with a Gotham that is very open right off the bat. As it says right here, you'll be able to have the 5 boroughs open to you straight away that offer, different traversal and all that fun stuff. It looks like a pretty, cool time, I will say that. Different characters is really interesting as well. Depending on which boroughs you're going into, you would assume that has something to do with villains. And the city changes physically depending on what the villains are doing, which is sick because it reminds me of Spider-Man Web of Shadows, like where Venom made the streets look all gooey and well, shit, to be honest. But the streets, this says the streets aren't packed. Gotham's regular folks certainly outnumber its criminals. Gotta be honest, and the gameplay we've seen, I don't believe that. It doesn't look very packed at all. But maybe, I'm wrong, and we'll see as the game progresses. It would be funny if you could run over people, though. That'd be pretty dope. They say that the start of the game's pretty cold. The police don't like you, citizens don't like you, there's chaos in the city, and as a hero, or the heroes that you're playing are wounded, they're missing Batman, they don't get along. So basically, it's just going to be a bit of a sad time as soon as you start up the game, which it is what it is. Batman's died, they're all depresso, they're all moping, they don't like it, and I mean, to an extent, I understand that, and I imagine Gotham probably feels the exact same way with that as well. Night versus day, so this is pretty cool. So this is like a cycle, right? They call it the Belfry cycle, and basically, when you exit the Belfry, it's going to be always nighttime. So the only time you'll see the day is when you're in the Belfry, which I don't ever like that, because I kind of like the thought of being able to go out during the day to recon crimes that will happen at night. But I mean, you also do get to plan stuff in the Belfry as well, so maybe there is a bit of that. I don't know, maybe they use tech instead, you just kind of avoid doing any of that yourself. But there will be crimes and stuff at that night time that you will get to do. So Reading continues. The point is that we're hitting the reset and re-rolling the state of affairs in Gotham City every time you go out. It's cool. And basically, it's up to you when you stop. It's up to you when you've said, okay, I've done all the crimes, or I've learned what I needed to, and they say it makes for something of a unique structure, not just a way to sensibly repopulate the world with crimes to fight and goons to take down, but also a way to show the Knight's path to succeeding Batman takes time and training. Of course, as part of all this, you'll be following major story paths and hunting down rogue supervillains, but the core of most Knights on Gotham Street comes in the form of regular crimes. Cool. Makes sense, doesn't it? You know what I mean? Crimes in Gotham Knights come in many forms. They can range from procedurally generated muggings right up to entire gangs running complex operations. I can't imagine that. Someone just robbing from an old lady and then you as Red Hood just shooting him right in the face. That's kind of mad. The more you foil, the more you'll learn about crimes to come. Head into Gotham streets and you'll always find crimes ready to stop. Complete those crimes or interrogate informants. You'll earn clues and in-game currency that helps populate your next night's map with the major crimes you can go out and stop. So yeah, like that 100% alone sounds like a pretty big piece of the Endgame. They say that, it's, there's so many things to do. So it looks like you go for the Court of Owls, you can, find clues and stuff, crimes, and just stop the villains and all that. It sounds, yeah, there's a lot to do. So Redding says you already have an activity queue that you can be tracking and deciding, okay, I think that's going to be important for me to take on. Maybe this is more interesting to me because it maps better to one of the challenges that I'm trying to complete, or maybe this has direct impact on me finding that next chapter in the larger mystery. So there's a lot of different reasons why a player might choose to go after one particular crime or another, but those are a feature of that particular night. All of this sounds really great. I'll have the full article in the description because I don't really just want to spend the entire time reading it because there's a lot of stuff here, a lot of stuff. But Gotham Knights sounds like one of these games that people are going to really enjoy, and they did hint at Endgame. They did hint that there was going to be, potentially a raid involved or something to do with an MMO format, which, I mean, mate, that will be absolutely insane. This game went from a game that probably was going to be one of them, oh, okay, you just pick it up and then stop and then it is what it is, and now it seems like it's a game that you're going to want to keep coming back to. You're going to want to keep playing. It might not have endless content, live service elements, but it's there. It's good, and it's ready for you to play it. I'm looking forward to the villains changing the streets, and the villain stories that apparently progress as you go through it all, with like Clayface, Harley Quinn, Mr. Freeze. I hope there's more villains, though. I am going to assume that there's going to be like 5, because of the 5 boroughs, and the Court of Owls are kind of in all of them, but we'll see. But let me know what you guys think down below, man. I am so pumped for this. I have to be honest, I'm full on shill, you know, having a shill moment. It's definitely for me. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in a little bit. Peace.